why I'm going to prove to you that the Book of Life is much better than Coco. And I know you guys be like, oh my god, what's going on with this debate? Because honestly, some people be thinking that Coco actually took a rip-off from the Book of Life. Honestly, it really doesn't matter because every single thing is literally under the sun, honestly. Like anything, there's nothing original. Everything is recreated. I mean, matter of fact, even this video, honestly, is recreated by me watching other people. And someone was making this type of video. I was like, oh my god, I also have my own opinions. And I'm going to talk about it. Talking about the character development. How each character basically went through what they went through in order for them to actually become who they wanted to be. Which both of them actually wanted to become musicians. And how they had to fight through the hatred of their family not loving music in order for them to become what they want at the end. And actually how they navigated throughout the travel. And at the same time, we're gonna be talking about the emotional tone of the visuals and also the music. Because let's be honest, both the movies they literally win when it comes to music. Honestly, I don't have any point or any reference where I can say this music was better than that music. Even though I do believe that, Remember Me was Remember Me was amazing from Coco, and also in I Love You Too Much. Damn, that song gets me every time. I feel like I was in love even though I'm single, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't know why I'm saying like that. Okay, let's talk about the storytelling approach. So in the storytelling approach, one thing I love about the Book of Life is that the storytelling approach is kind of complex than just a love triangle. What I mean, just more complex than a love triangle. First of all, we got three main characters. We got Mario, we got Maria, and we got Yuketo. Sorry, I don't know this guy's name. This guy, yeah, he's kind of like the bad guy, but he's not the bad guy, which I love mostly because there's no evil person in this movie, which makes it so amazing and actually makes it more relatable. So first of all, we got these three characters who are both are in love with one girl, which is how typical most. I don't know how guys do it, but okay, you guys are in love with one girl. But one thing I love about the fact is that both characters they have their own challenges. So they have their both challenges and they have to face them, which is an amazing way of approaching it because now we're not only just living through one character, Milo's development, this guy's development. If I'm saying the name wrong, please forgive me. Honestly, I'm smacking myself in my head right now. Right? So I love the fact that all of them they have their own consequences and actions, and also we're not just watching one person throughout the journey, but we're watching all of them and how they learn from their action, which I feel that is amazing. As I was saying in the storytelling approaches, that though many people think it's just a love triangle, there's more than that. Also, it's also about finding yourself. It's also about embracing who you are, which goes into the second catalog of the character development that I was talking about. So in the character development, what I love mostly is the fact that each character had its own choice and own actions and also consequences that they had to go through. For example, in Maria, because the girl loved pigs so much, right, and she tried to save them, honestly, but honestly, you need to save pigs because honestly, I don't like killing animals. I'm afraid of killing a chicken. If I have to kill a chicken tomorrow, I'm gonna bury it and say, I'm sorry. Please don't try to hunt me because that's how I am. But honestly, what I love the fact about in Maria fact that she loved pigs and she tried to save it from being, unalive, basically being deleted, being cooked, being in the stomach, right? So she tried to do that, and the way that she tried to do it led her, basically her dad to send her to an academy for her to become a proper girl. How do you become a proper girl? But honestly, I love the fact that Mary actually proved what a proper girl is, right? Because we are about female power. So one thing I love the fact is that though Mary went, obviously, because of a punishment of what she did, there's consequences to actions, which shows people that, hey, everything that you do has a consequences. Because you did this and because you're always reckless, because you're behaving like this, we're gonna send you to her to be a person academy. Yeah, okay, in real life that's how it is, but basically in Maria had to be a lady, right? So Maria comes back, and when she comes back, she's elegant, she's well read, she's well intelligent, and she does a lot of amazing things. She's saying, yo dad, where you thought you were trying to send me to, I became better. And one thing I love about this movie is the fact that, oh my god, the women in these movies, they're so amazing, they're so brave, they're so intelligent, they're so beautiful, they're so, oh my god, they got that feeling of I love you. I was rooting for them even though I don't know what was going on, but I was like, hey, yeah, what you doing over there? I'm still trying to figure it out, but you're on my side. We're gonna be talking about Milo. Now I'm gonna talk about Milo because honestly, I love him. He's a perfect guy. Honestly, he is top notch, amazing, top notch, beautiful. Right? One thing I love the fact is that Milo basically has to go through a lot of expectation because of his father. First of all, his father does not have a problem with him making music. He just have a problem with him wanting to pursue a career in music. Dad, let the child be. Honestly, he has a problem with that. He wants Milo to literally follow the legacy of both father in his family. But the problem is Milo doesn't mind doing the bullfight fighting thing. He just minds killing the thing, because honestly, why would I greet the thing? I just want to have fun and sing to it and have fun, which also shows a little bit of struggle because his parents literally disapprove of him the moment when Mario was in the stage, and it's like, guys, we don't need to kill this thing. We can just have fun. Let's just have fun. Why do we need to kill it? It's not like we're gonna eat it. And his dad was like, what did I ever do to have a son like you? Dad, I can't kill. I hate killing. His family does not love to apologize. And when he does it at the end, when he apologizes to the bullfighter for literally killing all their ancestors, right? Like, all the ancestors, because I'm afraid that YouTube won't allow me to keep on saying that word. So, which makes sense. And I love the fact that the emotional toll when Mario basically had this guy again, where he has to choose in front of his whole family ancestors, because now he's dead, right? He's dead because he was trying to find Maria, only to find out that Maria is actually alive, which found out that this guy literally tricked him. And the only way for this evil demigod to allow him to go back to the world and become a human again is if he fights the demigod. But the thing is, it wasn't even the fact of like he has to fight the demigod. It was a matter of fact that he has to choose what he wants to do in front of his own family. Man, that's evil. Like, I literally can't do that. I gotta tell my mom, can I be a YouTuber? I can't do that. He has to literally choose in front of his family that what we've been doing for generations to back is all wrong. And he has to apologize, which is something that the family does not do. Showing the fact that the consequences of his action could be deeply infected, which means if his family does not like what he does, they can literally just disapprove of him like that. So I love the fact of that, and I also love the sacrifice that Mario actually makes when he literally allows that guy to literally kill him with two snakes. I didn't watch that part. Oh my god, it was like, oh god. Right? Just for him to go to the land of the dead just to be with Maria. Oh my god, where can I find a guy like that? Okay, don't kill yourself for me, please. Don't do that. Right? But honestly, that part alone literally shows courage, literally shows sacrifice, literally shows the action of your decision and how impactfully it affects you and how everybody else. Because the moment he died, everybody was like, oh my god, he died. Like, let's talk about them. So one thing I love the fact that they did not make him the enemy that he is, and you can also see that he also struggles with the expectation of his grandfather, of his father being the hero, and he also being the hero, and he literally got the easy way out through what? Through a medal that literally gives him the ground to just fight everybody off, and he will never die, which is something that all of us kind of want to do. I mean, I won't blame me, but at the same time, that was wrong because you could have just exercised and got better at doing what you needed to do. Why did you need to just kind of like be arrogant? We showed that he started to get arrogant, started to get a little bit cocky, all of those things, and started wanting Maria to just be like a wife, would you just be like, yes, daddy, I will do whatever you want me to do. It's like, yes, that's very nice. Yeah. What did you say? I was tricking you, you stupid. Now let's talk about Coco. Coco, when it comes to the storytelling approach, I feel like it's really nice because it's really simple. Its basis is just about a boy who wants to become a musician, but the problem is because of his grandfather who literally left the family to pursue music, it has literally left a taint of basically a deep regret and hatred for music in the family. Now, now this boy literally has to like show his like grandmother like, hey, I want to be a musician, and I'm not gonna be the person who literally goes to get milk. I'm gonna be with you guys, but he's gonna be with you. And then and then he just literally dies, and then goes to the land of the dead because he was touching a dead person's thing, which makes me wanna wonder if I touch my grandmother's dead thing, do I literally go to the land of dead? Which I don't like the fact. I don't like questioning people's heritage and history because honestly, everybody got their own history, everybody got their own culture. And then the thing is, once you watch something, you like asking yourself the types of questions, which is I don't like it. But honestly, I feel like in that movie, the way this guy again, went to the land of the dead is not very. I feel like it's very cheap, like very shortcut way. Because in Mario's case, the way he went to the land of the dead is because he sacrificed his life to be with the love of his life because he thought that he could not live without Maria, and if Maria is dead, he needs to go be with her in the land of the dead. But with Coco, it's more of just him just like dead, I'm dead. Oh my god, how did I become dead? And just like that, he's like in the land of the dead, which I feel like it was kind of like, let's just do it like that. We're not gonna find too much story. Then let's go to the shortest way ever. I feel like that was how it is. But anyway, regardless of that, so basically Coco goes and meet this guy. I forgot this guy's name. Oh my god, I really need to know people's names. Right? And then once he did that, only to realize, I only to find out there's a lot of plot twists in the movie, which I kinda liked because honestly it was really intense. Because all along we didn't know that his grandfather was not his grandfather, which I feel like the storytelling was nice because it literally had us on edge, and we literally thought this man was good because he still allowed him to pursue music and every single thing. But at the same time, I feel like that. But now when it comes to the character development, I feel like in the character development, there literally was none. Okay, maybe one, maybe two, but I feel like it wasn't really that emphasized. For example, this boy literally just goes to the land of the dead. He finds his grandfather and finds out that the man who literally he thought was his grandfather was not his grandfather, and his grandfather literally died trying to go back to his wolf woman and his child Coco. That's nice. You can see that. But the thing I don't like about the fact is that after everything ended, when he came back, his family was just like, "Yeah, you do you. I don't care anymore." Which is kind of weird compared to the fact that her grandmother literally took his guitar and literally squashed it on the floor and destroyed it, and she didn't even apologize for that. And how do you expect an old woman? No offense to Coco, she's a really wonderful woman. How do you expect her to remember her grandmother like that? And then why at the same time, why did not Coco kind of have the legacy? I guess maybe they needed the picture in order for them to carry on for that guy to be remembered. Maybe they needed it because why not? Because like yeah, I think maybe they needed that part. Okay, I understand. But then other than that, it was like a really different thing for me to understand because I was like, okay, I'm trying to understand what's going on because most of the time I do watch movies without judging it. But then this one, I was like, I'm not stupid anymore, so what's going on here? And also at the same time, nobody in the family literally apologized. No, there was no emotional roller coaster or anybody that literally saw the fact that just because somebody left to pursue music and then they died doesn't mean we have to like kind of like affect everybody. Doesn't mean that we're sorry for doing that. You can pursue music. We're like yeah, she's doing what he likes. But more it was more on the ancestors. More basically it was more like basically Coco the boy trying to find his ancestors' background and his history, where he comes from, who was his grandfather, grandfather, and then all of that. So that's like literally, and especially that woman. You literally complaining to the fact that the man literally left where he was just for him to go back to you, but he died on the long way, and you like no. Death is not an excuse for you to leave me alone. Yeah, weird moment for me to watch that, honestly. But one thing I like the villain part, honestly, because this guy literally did not look like a villain, but we can see the fact that he loves himself. He is in love with himself. That man will literally kiss a mirror just to look at himself, honestly. If he had to just, if they, like we live in an AI world, I'm pretty sure he will literally create videos of himself. Just himself, just looking at himself and saying how beautiful he is because that man loves himself. Like honestly, we can see that he doesn't even care about Coco. He doesn't even care about this guy, this boy. Honestly, he just doesn't. I like the fact that he doesn't even acknowledge the fact that this kid is his grandkid. It's kind of like, what'd you say? Oh, you're my granddad. Hey, was it that the woman that I slept with, or was it like that person? Yo, man, I need to stop going around with many women. It wasn't like that. It was kind of like, okay, probably had a little bit of something going on when I was still alive. Okay, now let's talk about the emotional tone of this book. One thing I love about the emotional tone, oh my god, this movie literally makes you feel of the emotions. I feel like Coco does, but also when it comes to the visual part, I feel like obviously Pixie does win because honestly, the emotions in Coco was so better than the emotions in the life of book because you can see some hint of sadness, some hint of everything, but due to the character design, due to how everything was, it wasn't fully displayed the way I think it should have been. I mean, I don't know animation, obviously, maybe it was, but you know, they like, but in Coco, you can literally feel the moment when Coco finally, when this boy finds out that, oh my god, this person who I thought was my granddad is not my granddad at all. You can literally feel that intense emotion, that tone of like, oh my god, oh, whoa. So you just died for nothing, but this is good because you found out that this man was your granddad and you found out the history behind everything in your family. So basically, your granddad was not a bad person. He just got slammed along the way when he tried to go back to your grandmother. which is cool. Which is cool. The music. Okay, let's talk about the music. Honestly, I love the music. Both characters' movies was amazing. Remember Me is a very amazing thing. I love the fact that in Remember Me, when the real grandfather literally sings the Remember Me, is not a very remember me, like remember me because I am very special, but it's more of remember me, sending the song to her child, which shows that the song was specifically designed for her child to remember her, which is very amazing and very emotional. Oh my god, I was like, hallelujah. Oh, I love that. And then the Book of Life, I love the fact that I Love You Too Much song was literally amazing, especially when he was singing that song. But also the song of Do Don't Forget, like Forgive Me, when he was literally singing that song to the both parents to forgive her for the betrayal and ancestors of and what the ancestors have did, which is literally amazing because that song literally resonates with everybody else, especially when we feel like we're wrong and we feel like nothing's going our ways. And if somebody can sing that song, I'll be like, I'll forgive you every time, cause I like to forgive people. Cause just sing me a song already, you have my heart. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like that's how it is. Honestly, I feel like it was a really good movie. The Book of Life. I like the character design of the Book of Life. Like basically the visual appearance in Coco. Oh my god, Coco was like, mwah. Oh my god, did you see the bridge? Did you see the bridge that crossed over from the land of the living to the land of the dead? Oh god. Whoa, that bridge is so fire in that bridge. But after that, basically the whole city kind of looks like a normal city compared to in the Book of Life. The city of the land of the dead. Oh my god, looks crazy. Looks crazy. Looks everything. And I like the bearded man. The man that looks like Santa. The man that literally saying, "Bud, you're not supposed to be flying into some random hole because you might find yourself in some different place." I like the fun. I like the humorous. I like the fact that both women that like like there was some jokes. There was some funny part, and I love the plot at the end. The woman who was literally telling the story all along was the demigod woman, the angel woman. I like that. It's so nice. It's so nice. And I like the plot twist. Honestly, I feel like both movies are literally good, but in my opinion, The Book of Life is better because I did watch I did watch Coco before The Book of Life. I just watched like The Book of Life like I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was like, whoa. I think The Book of Life is better than Coco because I thought Coco was good, but then and I just found out that oh no, it was not good. It was okay. It was another good movie. The Book of Life, and I felt like it should literally get all the credit that it got because the storytelling of it is so complex, it's so nice. How they made the story, I just love it. Honestly, I love it. So, guys, I hope you guys love Man in the Rain. Tell me which one was better for you. Do you actually like Coco or do you like the Book of Life or do you like both? Because honestly, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle, but I'm actually sliding to the left because the Book of Life got me feeling a lot of things. Got me feeling I love you too much. Coco, yellow. Ooh, no. I feel like it got me feeling all that type of emotion. So I'm going with the Book of Life.